Hi there, absolutely everyone. Nowadays we are going to speak approximately a drama mystery film known as Untrue from 2002. Experience you're viewing. Edward and Connie are a happy, nicely off circle of relatives residing inside the suburbs of latest Yorktown. They've an 8-year vintage son, Charlie. The whole lot could have been high quality. However, one rainy day Connie disobeyed her husband and went to work in the town she had to put together for an important public sale in Soho, and so she found herself in windy New York. It was once simply unrealistic to name a taxi there. After some other gust of wind, the lady encounters a young guy carrying a large stack of books. The collision causes them both to fall to the sidewalk. Connie feels embarrassed, and she or he tries to select up the books that have scattered at the floor. After that, she asks the man to help her call a taxi. However, he fails to do so, as well noticing a mark at the female's damaged knee. The man invitations her to go to his house to deal with the wound. Furthermore, as it seems he lives within the identical residence, the female looks at the passing taxis and accepts the offer of her new buddy at the condo. Connie treats the injuries, however, feels very uncomfortable. Later, she calls her son from the rental owner's smartphone. On this way, she suggests that she has a family. This fax does now not section the boy, and he introduces himself. She learns that his name is Paul Martel and he is 27 years old. He makes his living via reselling uncommon books. While the lady is ready to leave, Paul offers her to take the ebook as a memento, or even recommends the ebook to her, asking her to study an excerpt from page 15. Connie could be very touched by way of these words in the ebook, but she realizes that it's time for her to go away and leaves Paul's rental at domestic. Her son notices a wound on his mother's knee. He is taking funny photographs along with her and tells his father about the incident. Connie herself admits to her husband that a good-looking younger man helped her. Edward jokingly gives to ship her savior a bottle of wine as a token of gratitude. The following morning, she comes to a decision to leaf through the ebook she borrowed from Paul and notices that a business card with his telephone wide variety has fallen out. Whilst she gets to the central station, she makes a decision to name him. For a second, she modifications her thinking and hangs up, however, finally receives via to Paul in reaction to her awkward words of gratitude. Paul at once invites Connie to his domestic for a cup of coffee, and she accepts. At domestic, Paul treats her to espresso as promised and indicates her an ebook written in Braille. While studying the ebook, he takes her hand. Connie also feels drawn to the man, but decides to depart. She involves Edward's administrative center, says hiya to his co-people and their pal Bill, and offers her husband a jumper. She tells him that this time she will paintings on the auction with their buddy Bob. That evening, Edward notices that his wife is thinking about something. However, he does not pay attention. Day after today, Connie involves Paul's house again. Almost right now, he asks her to bop and starts off evolved flirting together with her again. The track stops and Paul walks away for a minute, and Connie realizes that she would possibly do something stupid, so she tries to go away, however returns to get her coat. At this factor, the man actually knocks her down and takes her to his bedroom. At the instruct on the method home, the woman recollects what occurred among her and Paul. She starts off evolved to worry. Meanwhile, Edward meets his pal Bob, and it seems that Connie hasn't talked to him about any auction. As time beyond passes, Connie and Paul continue to fulfill frequently, and someday he invites her to lunch at a restaurant. There, he behaves quite blissful and even kisses Connie. Her husband's subordinate notices this. Inside the nighttime, Edward joins his spouse within the